Suicide, it's a suicide.
It's a what?
It's a suicide, it's a suicide.
It's a suicide. It's a suicide.
A suicide.
Super freaking side.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
We just seen Suicide Squad.
We are fresh out of seeing Suicide Squad.
Literally 15 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Checking,
yeah.
no watch.
No watch. No watch.
When there's a time right there.
Cause it's right there. How you doing, guys? Matthew
What's up,
Malave
everybody?
here.
Tommy James, Mr. So Smooth.
Yeah, man.
Of course. Batman.
Joker.
Joker. The
Yeah.
other live video didn't last that
long.
lasted 15
we actually
seconds.
were talking for more than that video,
Oh, yeah.
and we just looked at it, and we were kind of depressed that
we spoke for a while. And
it was a good 2 minutes afterwards, guys. We thought we gave you a lot of content, but we didn't.
Keep shit.
We didn't give you anything.
No wonder we were sitting there laughing like nobody's liking this shit.
It lasts.
Well, there, it didn't last.
Yeah,
enough.
it lasts almost as long as a Vine video.
That was our Vine video.
Yeah, basically.
So Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Suicide Squad. What you think, bro?
Well, it's not as bad as what they said.
I agree.
It's not as bad as what the critics say. I'd say it's definitely better than Batman v Superman.
Way better. Just the action alone and the actors alone. I mean, and we got Ben.
We had Mr. Affleck.
We have Mr. Affleck.
I was very happy to see Ben Affleck.
Very.
And
I was afraid that they were gonna do something to Batman's face.
He looked like Batman.
It was the Batman we got from B versus C. B versus S.
C.
B versus S. C. It probably would have been better in B versus S. So.
Yeah. Well. I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, the actors, the actresses as well. You know, everybody did a pretty good job. The story was a little, eh.
It had its holes.
It was, there was a lot of emptiness to the story. Like it just they try to give you backstories, and the backstories were fine, and then. It's like in the beginning they give it to you like right off the bat. They're like, "Here you go, the Suicide Squad." You're like, "Yes."
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you're like, "What happened to the rest of this movie?"
Yeah.
And the third act I thought was kind of low to me. I thought the third act was very disappointing.
The climactic, all of that. It was just it got filled in with a lot of cliche moments.
Right, you kind of knew what was gonna happen.
Slow motion.
No, we're not giving you spoiler. This is a spoiler free, by the way, but. It's just the villain was again another superhero movie where the villain's just
suspect.
There's no motive and it's just weak.
Nothing.
A weak villain.
A weak villain, and that's where mostly like they suffer. They suffer from the weak villain aspect, and that's why the third act was so fluff. I feel they introduced the whole squad right off the back. The thing that I loved about the movie is like right when the movie started, it starts.
Oh, they got
like
right
it starts
into
right into it. Colors and all, they just boom. Started right into it.
It was
which
like
is
a
great.
video game, when they first showed. Every time they would show the character, it'd give them stats and shit.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was pretty. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was original too.
Yeah,
they try to go on like I got like a really kind of Guardians of the Galaxy kind of feel to this movie when they introduced the characters. Not to say to compare them at all because we can't.
No, we can't compare that.
But just the type of feeling itself when they're introducing the characters and all their wittiness and stuff.
Yeah,
that's what I got from it.
It's a pretty good way to go with that.
Yeah.
I had to say the same thing actually. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
but Will Smith was fantastic in this movie.
Oh well, it was clear that they were just they were putting all their eggs in the basket with Will Smith and Margaret.
Margaret Robbie.
Margaret Robbie.
She was Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
man.
she
did a great job.
Great.
She did a fantastic job.
I loved all her little one-liners.
Yeah,
they were amazing.
Me too. I thought she nailed that role.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though the voice, the way like her mannerism, everything that she did, just it worked. Yeah, it was Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
But Will Smith was the comedy. He was the action.
Yeah,
Will Smith really stole the movie.
He definitely did.
And he did a great job.
I think he had the most lines in the movie.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. He has the most paid in that movie.
Yeah. Basically,
so
he turned down Independence Day for this movie, so
because they wouldn't pay him. That's why, and they killed him in Independence Day.
Basically,
but he was great in this movie, and Jared Leto is the Joker.
The Joker.
So since you're wearing the Joker shirt, you might as well give your opinion on Mr. Leto. 30 Seconds to Mars.
So, Mr. Leto as Joker, I mean, well, this is the Joker we're gonna have for the rest of this universe, and I must say it's not bad. It's not bad. He actually did a really good job for the character and the way that this Joker is going. I already accepted the fact that it's not going to be the dark Heath Ledger Joker that I have on my shirt. It's not going to be that, and it's never gonna be that, which is fine. I just want a happy medium, and I feel like there was parts in the movie that we kind of got a happy medium of crazy and funny.
I think we got Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger put in one as a more of a mob boss, because that's what he really was.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like, again, this is spoiler free, but there's the scene when he kisses the guy kiss the ring.
Yeah,
that's mob boss status.
Of course.
The gold ass chains and shit.
He's in the club.
He was a thug. All right,
yeah, he was a
Joker.
G.
Was a fucking
He had the fronts for it.
He had grills.
He had grills. I mean, everyone's seen that in the commercial. He has grills. He has jewelry, and he's just going around like
got the tats on and shit. Like,
I love that, by the way. Like, it wasn't so much of a smile or scars or anything that we've seen, but more of the tattoos everywhere.
Right. Well, the tattoos represented all this. Everything, pretty much.
Yeah.
But we don't really know much about his Joker. I'm sure we'll find out as time goes, especially in the Batman movies.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll find out a little bit more about his Joker. What did you think about his laugh?
It was a little menacing. I feel like it was a little forced sometimes, but
it felt like Jared Leto, who, keep in mind, is a fantastic actor.
Very much so.
It felt like he was like, all right, so how do you guys want me to do this? Do it menacing. It's not bad.
Yeah,
it's not bad, but it did feel like he forced it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I guess in the way of his character, I guess it sort of fits. I mean,
yeah, I mean, sometimes I guess you could say he forces it, Joker, forces the laugh. No,
because he's not supposed to force it. He's actually supposed to find that shit funny.
Yeah, like everything funny.
Like, that's why Margaret Robbie was so good, because she was fucking nuts.
Yeah, she was crazy. She actually was. I felt like she was more crazier. Like, I guess that was their point, because, you know, Harley Quinn is one of the main characters of the movie. Yeah. So, okay, we have to make her look crazy as shit, and we don't have to show Joker's craziness that much.
Right, but she was definitely crazier than he was.
Oh, yeah, in the movie,
She was fucking nuts.
She's fucking nuts.
But like hot nuts. Like, she was sexy, man.
Will Smith said it best in the movie. She's like, that's a whole nother crazy, but a whole nother hot. Like,
she was sexy in that. And
it was pretty good. It was nuts.
She was pretty sexy in that movie.
And there was a lot of witty banter back and forth. A lot of, a lot of moments where they shared. You could tell, like, the cast was just, like, that's what
they had
the
fun.
movie.
I think the cast had fun with this movie.
Yeah. And I think that's important, because like we've seen in all the Marvel movies and everything else, like, the cast actually come together, and they actually have a lot of fun together on screen and off screen. So you could tell in this movie it was the same thing. Like, and that's what brought the chemistry of all of them onto the screen. Right.
And you know what's funny, actually, in this movie is Jai Courtney, who was Captain Boomerang, has been doing shitty movies for God knows since Terminator. He's been doing shitty movies. The Die Hard movie. No, he was in Genesis.
He was in Genesis.
And that was fucking horrible. And he's just horrible in all these movies, but he was good as Captain Boomerang. He was funny.
I feel like that was more true to his, like, self. Really.
I think that might, I think he is Australian,
really?
so I think that might have fit.
Yeah, of course.
Like, he could have just been himself. Basically. He had, like, the yarmulke on his head and shit. Like
the unicorn.
Pinky, Pinky, put Pinky over there, which obviously was to protect the heart. The heart. So, as a scene in the movie occurs. Yeah. But I liked his character. I thought Diablo was great. Jay Hernandez did a fantastic job.
Was great. I think after Will Smith, I think he was the surprise that we got.
Yeah, I'd say he's the surprise.
You know, because I felt like we were going to see Jared Leto do a great job, and Harley Quinn do a great job, and Will Smith, of course, because it's Will fucking Smith. But yeah, Jay Hernandez, I think he knocked it out of the park.
I think Jay Hernandez did a great job. But my question to you is, who was your least favorite character of this movie? Least favorite? I
would have to say Enchantress.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You have to go with Enchantress?
Yeah, I did.
Now, see, keep in mind, spoiler review, we're not going to reveal who the villain is, but you have seen the villain before.
Yes.
If you've seen the trailers.
Yes, you have.
But why would you say Enchantress wasn't up to par?
I don't know, man. Like, the whole thing with the witch and everything, first of all, I just feel like, every time I see a witch, I'm like, Scarlet Witch, you can't be Scarlet Witch, you know what I mean? But this was like a real scary kind of witch. There were times in the movie where I felt like, oh, we're watching a scary movie now?
It was like The Conjuring.
Yeah.
Those little scenes where she's just like, kind of like
in the dark and over here. I must say, the one part where she was like Enchantress and then you saw the hand come here and then flip, I thought that was great cinematography.
Yeah,
I thought that was a great way to bring her back in. I think that was the most I liked about her. Everything else, I feel like they made her feel like be so powerful, but yet I feel like she didn't really in the beginning use her powers to the best of her abilities. Like, it just didn't make sense. Like, I just think that whole character didn't make sense.
Yeah, I have to agree that her character, just to me, I'm still confused
Yeah,
more of it.
me
I
too.
get her powers. It's
Of course.
not like the comics.
No.
And it's nothing like the animated series, but it's just, she's kind of there. Like, you gotta see the movie to really, understand what's gonna happen.
And of course, we're trying to say,
we're not trying to say too much.
tiptoe around stuff.
We're not trying to say too much.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say my most disappointing character was Rick Flag, who's played by Joel Kinnaman.
Yeah.
Who, if you don't know who he is, was RoboCop.
Okay.
And I think anybody could have played that role. Originally, it was made for Tom Hardy.
Yeah. Oh wow.
But
that would have been a lot better.
well, would it? I love Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
But the character looked like it could be played by anybody. Like you
Basically,
could have been
I
Rick Flag.
could have
I
been
could have been
Flag.
Rick
You
Flag.
could have
Like
been
we all
Flag.
could have been Rick Flag.
Yeah, they made him kind of obsolete. They really didn't.
It was just a soldier.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a backstory.
And he was taking orders easily. He wasn't showing the boss tactic, the Nick Fury kind of
right
tactic to it. I'm sorry to keep
like a Captain America,
like a Captain America kind of, yeah.
He had moments like where he was just like, "Listen, I'll blow your fucking brains out."
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, you know what?
No,
if you were as they claim him to be, like that, this guy that takes it as a leader and stuff, you would have been like, you want to fuck? All right, fine.
Yeah.
And just blow somebody up.
Or arm it and be like, okay, and then like some fucking shot.
Right, like it's just,
like,
and all of a sudden they're like, all right, maybe this isn't somebody to fuck with. And during the movie, they keep saying like, well, we're gonna blow his fucking brains out.
Yeah.
They're bad guys, so I mean, they would say that, but it's like they're supposed to fear somebody.
Yeah,
too.
They're supposed to fear him, but they only feared that little thing in their neck. They didn't fear him. They didn't feel we have to keep him alive because he's the finger on the button. But like other than that, it was just like you're not holding your own at all.
Yeah.
Like with between him and Will Smith, it's like, oh, he's gonna like. I knew for a fact that Will Smith could kill him.
He couldn't handle the screen with Will Smith.
No.
And when they were talking, because Deadshot, like I said, Will Smith was perfect for Deadshot.
Amazing.
Like, from you watch the animated movie that the Suicide Squad had, that was Will Smith. He nailed everything to it. But you would think him going back and forth with Kinnaman, they would be able to have a little more. I didn't see the chemistry.
No, not at all.
I thought the chemistry was there with him and Hernandez. I thought the chemistry was there with him and fucking Margaret Robbie.
Yep.
So, and Leto and Margaret Robbie have great chemistry.
Of course, yeah. That was you. But before they even talked to each other, you were like, "Oh, this looks great."
Yeah.
Like when we saw them together, you're like, "Oh, this is easily a great pair."
Right.
Like a great pair. And of course, we knew Will Smith and Margaret had a.
They did the movie together.
Yeah, of course. So they right off the back, they're like, "How many scenes can we have them two have?" And yeah, of course, the movie kind of like stationed around them two more. Like,
it makes sense, star power.
Of course.
You got to take the star power. I mean, Viola Davis was Amanda Walker. She was good with Amanda Walker. I have nothing against her.
And Viola Davis is an amazing actress, of course.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So you know what you're getting from her. But like, we did get Ben. We got Mr. Affleck.
Yeah, we got Affleck. I was happy.
And when he shows up, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. And this is not a spoiler because it's leaked online that Flash is in this movie.
Yeah, Flash is in it.
Very quickly, but
brief. With the lightning. You're nice. That's good. No, I'm whipping.
You're whipping. All right, I'll name it.
You can name it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Flash is in this movie, and yet again, still not impressed.
Still uneventful. You guys know what I think about Flash. I don't like the suit.
Ezra
Miller. I don't like it.
So
I don't like him.
We saw the movie.
Yep.
And now it's time. Would you give Suicide Squad a second round?
Okay. Well, we always get.
way.
Sorry, that was my favorite part of the song. DC's been taking hits. They've been taking lots of hits. I'm not saying that they hit it out of the park with Suicide Squad, and I'm not saying that they totally redeemed themselves because they didn't.
And totally redeemed yourself.
Yeah. But they did it. I liked the movie. I was entertained. I thought the action was great. I thought the comedy was fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fun time. Yeah, I'll give it a second round. I'll watch this movie again.
2 rounds for Mr. Malave. And the one way I can tell if I'd give a movie a second round is if I pay attention to it and I don't get bored or wonder when this movie's going to end. I didn't think that during this movie. That's why I liked the movie, because I really didn't sit there and go, okay, is it over yet? Or oh no, there's more scenes.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's why I'm going to give it a second round too, because I would see it again.
Me too.
I would go to the movie.
No. On the little stick.
On the Fire Stick.
When it comes out next week.
Absolutely. I will watch it again.
Yeah.
But is it worth seeing? Is it worth going to the movies, paying your ticket to see it? I would say if you don't have the Amazon Fire Stick, yeah.
Or like if it's a Wednesday, go to the $5 movie spot. You know, or
That's
a matinee.
Worth it. That's worth it.
Or a matinee.
Is it worth $15? That's the next question. Is it worth $15 to watch this movie?
But I mean, we paid $15.50.
Is it worth $15.50 to see this movie? After seeing it, we are obviously paid the money to see it.
Yeah, of course.
But now that you know, is it worth $15.50 at the Sheepshead Bay UA fucking theater to see this movie?
I think Will Smith and Margaret are worth the $15.50. I mean, Will Smith, I've always loved him as an actor. I love most of his movies. I think every movie. I don't know if I've seen Wild Wild West. There's always those movies. Anyway, Will Smith, Margaret, and Viola, I think were worth the $15.50. So guys, I mean, if you are a fan of superheroes and stuff like that, and you finally get to see Harley Quinn on TV and everyone else Deadshot and the new Joker, I say pay the $15.50, go have fun. I did. I had fun in the theaters, so go have fun.
I would say Will Smith himself is worth $15.50.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no, this movie's not worth $15.
Yeah. If it was anyone else,
no, I mean Margot Robbie, I said did a great
fine.
job.
Yeah,
but her character, even though was great, wasn't worth $15.50.
No,
Deadshot is worth $15.50.
I would see a Deadshot solo movie.
Well, he is going to be in the Batman movies.
Okay.
Hence why he said
that's why. And they mentioned
Batman.
Gotham like 7,000 times, so that way
he's got to be in the movie.
Everyone remembers that. Hey, remember I'm from Gotham.
He is an anti-hero.
Yeah,
you got to remember that he is an anti-hero. And in the comics, Deadshot at one point does become Batman.
Ooh,
for very, very little.
Little stunt.
But so
we might see a scene.
I don't think we'll ever see that.
Will Smith in the Batsuit?
I don't ever think we'll see Will Smith in the Batsuit. I will be mad if Will Smith puts that fucking Batsuit on.
See Fresh
That's
Prince.
Ben's suit.
I don't want to see Fresh Prince in the Batsuit. In West Gotham, born and raised on the playground is where I spend most of my days.
Shooting all people and relaxing all cool with my daughter on the side. What you gonna do? When this big old guy, when he came right, started making trouble in the neighborhood.
We got in one little fight, and then I shot him dead.
And he said, put on the bat suit and become Batman. Uncle Phil shows up.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil, R.I.P.
Yeah,
so I guess second round's all around and over here for Suicide Squad.
I would say second round's all around for Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as they're saying.
No, guys.
But there is, before we sign off, there's one great thing that happened tonight before we saw the movie.
What?
We got rubber bands!
Rubber bands! Right here. And you know what? Ironically enough, they say Captain America. Captain America.
I say it's just America.
I mean, they could have easily just put like Quinn or like Joker, and it could have been a Joker one. Maybe.
Well, this is more Harley Quinn.
Yeah. So they could have put Quinn. And
they should have put that.
They should have, right?
We should have told that guy.
We should.
That guy really liked his job.
Yeah, he loved his job.
He was like, free What was it?
Wait, is it just me or like maybe he's
Free rubber bands.
maybe he was happy that was like his last 20 minutes. And he's like, just take these damn rubber bands.
Fill this out and you can see free movies for a year. I'm not going to win, bro, but I'll take the free rubber band.
I'm not going to win either, yeah. No, first he said bracelets,
Oh,
bro.
bracelets, yeah, that's
He said bracelets, bro.
Take free bracelets.
And then as soon as we signed and then he gave us our bracelets, he called them rubber bands. Bastard. They're bracelets.
I wouldn't. Are you giving that guy a second round?
No, I didn't even want to give him a first round, but you did. So I was like, fuck it, I guess I'll do it.
He said free bracelet. I saw the colors. I was like, sweet.
Yeah, and then he said rubber bands, and then you're like, fuck.
And I was like, damn, you should have said that in the get-go.
Then we
I
would have just...
would have said, I'm good. I bought my ticket, got on my phone, I'm out.
Out.
Peace.
Out.
So, yeah, that's our spoiler-free review for Suicide Squad. We liked it. Go see it. It's worth seeing. We'll say that much.
It is second rounds on us approved. Okay?
Yeah. Right now, there would be our logo with the...
Bing!
Yeah, we go, bing,
right there.
second round approved.
Insert logo here. Here.
Second round approved. Right from the corners and shit.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Blinking.
Right. Yeah.
Blinking
in the colors of the Suicide Squad.
The colors, dude. The colors.
And... Did one more thing? When did Zack Snyder's name pop up, did that piss you off?
Yes, it pissed me. I think we both had the same look. Let's do it again in the camera so they can see it. So the screen's coming up, and executive producer Zack Snyder.
Damn it!
And then
they just had to do it.
Shit.
Fuck you, Zack Snyder. We'll see you guys this weekend. We got another episode of the Cosplayers Month.
Yes, and if you haven't checked out yesterday's episode, please check it out. It was awesome with Jessica.
Yep.
And
it's going to be posted, Alex, it should be posted tomorrow.
It should have been posted.
It should have been posted now, but just in case if it's not, post it tomorrow.
Post it tomorrow. So guys, check this out. Check Jessica's episode out. Check out episode 50 if you haven't heard it yet, which you should have. And episode 49 and 48 and so on and so forth if you haven't.
So on all the way to number 1.
Uno.
And this cosplayers week, the day, it's actually the weekend, we're taking a flight.
I ain't going anywhere.
We're going to London, motherfucker.
I ain't going to London.
Well, we're talking to London, so...
Oh, we're talking to London.
Yeah, we're going to talk to London.
Yeah, we're talking in London. I'm not going to London. I got things to do.
We'll put British accents on?
Hey.
We can be like,
hello.
welcome.
Welcome to the second rounds on us. When the series on us.
Welcome to 2 rounds on you, of course.
But then it's 2 rounds on you, and then another 1 round on us, and then no, wait.
That'd be 3 rounds.
Right, two rounds. Listen,
like 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Ron
Weasley.
But if 2 lifts make, I don't. Can we just stop talking?
Yeah, Harry Potter. All right, so we'll see you guys.
Hey guys, Suicide Squad, second round approved.